Welcome to Reed's Top 10s. 10 foods that can save your heart. And at number 10, we have fresh herbs. Now, what I would like you all to do is start using them instead of salt. Honest to goodness, you need to think heart smart. And what we do is we destroy our foods with fats and salts all the time. I'm as guilty as you are. I love it. I love salt. I love a big piece of fat on my steak, yeah. But it's not good for us. So start using things like parsley, nutmeg, cilantro. Use them, sprinkle them on your meals, and you'll be surprised how quickly your palate becomes accustomed to the change. Yeah? Good on you. In at number 9, we have olive oil. Now, this oil is a healthy fat. Yes, we do have healthy fats. It is made from smashed olives. It's rich in heart-healthy antioxidants. Now, they may protect your blood vessels and have other beneficial attributes. When olive oil replaces saturated fats like butter or ghee, it can help lower cholesterol levels. So, I'd like you to try it on salads and on some cooked, simply boiled vegetables, or even with bread. Use it in your diet. Replace as much saturated fats as you can. Don't cook with it though. I'll explain in another video. In at number 8, we have tofu. Now, tofu may not be at the top of everybody's list. Certainly not at the top of mine. But I use number 10 and number 9, olive oil and herbs, to make it taste a little bit better. What we can't deny about it is that it's completely natural. It's beans that are ground down, water's added, and there we go, we have tofu, which is high in polyunsaturated fats, which is extremely important. It's also got fiber and minerals in it, and the protein that we can get from it is exceptional. So what I suggest you do is any red meats that you're eating, just try to cut it down by 25%. Aim for 50%, but try for 25% and replace it with tofu in whatever form you see fit. In at number 7, we have the sweet potato. Now, the sweet potato, unlike number 7, tofu, is actually very palatable. And it's a pleasure for me to swap it out with our regular spuds. Now, the reason it's in the Healthy Heart Club is because it's high in good cholesterols and low in bad cholesterol. And look at it. You can look behind me. You can just add anything to it, anything on this list and other stuff. But anything on this list, pretty much you can add to this and it will taste wonderful and more importantly, be superbly healthy for your heart. In at number 6, we have oatmeal. Now, you may or may not have guessed, but I'm Scottish. And in Scotland, we eat a lot of oats. It's one of our national dishes. One of the healthier ones that we have that isn't laden in fat and chocolate. I'm joking. Anyway, oats, I've been eating it all my life. And what I didn't know about it actually was the benefits that it had to good, healthy hearts. Because it helps your heart by lowering the bad cholesterol and again increasing the good cholesterols. It also fills you up because if you're a greedy sod like I am and I can never get enough to eat, it's something that effectively stops me from binging on foods that aren't so healthy. As you can see behind me, just add some blueberries, some other fruits, healthy fruits, bananas, strawberries, whatever, nuts, anything you want. Try and avoid the sugar, and even if you're going to use a little bit of honey, use natural honey, but even then. In at number 5, you have dark leafy greens. Now, I'm talking about things that you used to hate as a child, like spinach, pak choi, rucola, lettuce, the stuff that your mum used to have to force you to eat. Yeah, these things here are hugely beneficial to your heart because they're full of nitrates. Now, nitrates encourage the blood vessels to open, allowing oxygen-rich blood to get to your heart much easier and much quicker. In at number 4, we have flaxseed. Now, this shiny, honey-coloured seed has 3 things that are good for your heart. It's got fibre, it's got omega-3 fatty acids, and it's got phytochemicals called lignans. Okay, now lignans are full of antioxidants, and antioxidants help in the battle against chronic illnesses such as cardiovascular diseases. Flaxseed on its own isn't that tasty, but you can add it to cereal, to baked goods, yogurt, or you use it in sandwiches. But I would advise you, if you can get it, because it isn't massively expensive, use it once or twice a week at least. In at number 3, we have foods fortified with sterols. Now, what we're talking about here are some margarines, soy milks, or almond milks, even some orange juices. Now, what the sterols do is they have a similar structure to the cholesterol, and your body ingests them rather than the cholesterol, and it passes them through your gut. So instead of you having all this cholesterol, this excess bad cholesterol in your body, clogging up your arteries, it can relieve up to 14 to 15%, I believe, of the bad cholesterol that you keep inside your body. So if you can get any of these inside you, then I suggest that you make an effort starting from today. In at number 2, we have tuna. Now, tuna is exceptionally high in omega-3s, which are incredibly good for your heart. Now, in particular, I choose a white tuna called albacore, but it's not always accessible for everybody. And in fact, do you know something? You could use mackerel, you could use lake trout, you could have anchovies, you could have salmon. A little bit more pricey, but you could. I use tuna because it tastes wonderful no matter almost how you cook it, and there's a myriad of ways to actually prepare it, with a bit of dill, a bit of lemon. It's fantastic. I would suggest, though, that if you are going to use tin tuna, you use a tuna that is packed in water and not oil, because you don't actually know when the food's being processed what type of oils it is being prepared in. But I would suggest that you buy tuna steaks if you can afford them and grill them. Wonderful. Cut out another 25% of your protein intake of red meat as well. Before we get to number 1, I'd like to remind you of a couple of things. 1, I am not a doctor. 2, everybody on the planet is different, so do your own personal research. 3, if you subscribe, you're going to live for at least another 80 years. In at number 1, we have asparagus. Now, asparagus is a good source of antioxidants, and we know, or we should know, that antioxidants fight off free radicals. Free radicals being the particles that can damage DNA of nearby cells, causing cancer, heart disease, and other health problems. It also aids better digestion, so it helps to absorb important nutrients and also prevent problems like hemorrhoids, IBS, and any other painful digestive problem. But most importantly for this list, the ability of asparagus to regulate cholesterol. As we know, too much cholesterol can cause heart disease, but this insoluble fibre, the little piece that you tend to not eat, the piece that you put the side of your plate, you should eat, because that binds to cholesterol in your digestive system and helps carry it out before your body can absorb this. This is fantastic. Plus, the potassium in asparagus can help lower cholesterol and regulate your heartbeat. So we've arrived at the end of another episode. If you enjoyed it, I really hope you did, would you please like, share, and especially subscribe, and we'll see you very soon. Thank you as always.